got us a shipment here. This isn't like a grand opening shipment. This is something that I had, and then I had to send it back to kind of get repaired, or they call it rebuilt. I don't know why, but as we see, it comes from Spyderco Way. You never come back from Spyderco Way, I guess. But this is a CRUCARTA Para2. I had a lot of trouble with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to open it with the old, what do we got here? The Mohawk? Rosecraft Mohawk. Look at that beast. Forward finger tool. Yep. You hear me talk about this knife a lot, but let's actually see what the best way to get into this is. Yeah, because I don't know. Everyone has different type of boxes and whatnot. You gotta open each one of them, I guess. Oh. So we got this big box. Now look at it. This was on my front porch when I got home from the gym. This huge box. Now I got a mailbox. This ain't gonna fit in it, but this right here would have definitely fit in it. Let's see what we got here. I'll just throw that in the freaking floor. Dear Mr. Big J's Knives, greeting from Golden, Colorado. Enclosed is the following knife or knives which have been sharpened and or reconditioned to the best of our capability. We're happy to see what your knife or knives have been. We are happy to see that your knife or knives have been put to good use. So yeah, I put it to use, but it just wouldn't run smooth. This was the CRUCARTA, and I could never get it to run smooth. You guys seen, if you go back through my videos, you'll see me do an unboxing on this knife when I received it. And it was stiff. I'm talking stiff. So I worked with it and I adjusted it on camera and got it the best I could on camera. Then I throw that in the floor. And then I worked with it, and then finally I put new washers in it. It would run smooth for about 10 openings, and then on that 11th opening it would get stiff. So I took it back apart, and I found that the D pivot in your pivot, the D part that seats down in the other D retainer on the liner was stripped a little bit. So, and I didn't do that, I just didn't do it, but oh. So I reached out to them. They said send it in, $5 shipping. I did, and then they sent me an email, or they sent me a damn letter in the mail, and it said, blah, 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 your knife needs rebuilt. If you're wanting to have this done, please send $20. And I'm like, rebuilt? So I sent them an email, and I say, hey, I got this letter in the mail. It says my knife needs rebuilt. Can you further explain what that means? And the explanation I got was, it needs rebuilt to run smooth. It's not covered under warranty. It was very vague. I wish I would have kept it or took a screenshot of it or something, but I'll give him the Mohawk. I've been carrying this for a month, but yeah, I was kind of confused, and I was like, I'm like, do I call and talk to a manager and waste 10 minutes of my life, or just send him $20 that I got here in my lunchbox? I just put $20 in an envelope and sent it to him. I was like, just fix it. I just want it back. So, and I said I wanted it in smooth running order, and man, this is a lot better than it was when I first opened this knife. If you go back and watch the video, I mean, there's just a little bit of, no, I mean, you feel a little bit, but just a little bit of blade play. But I mean, you're on blade this long, but yeah, right there you don't feel it at all. So yeah, this runs a lot smoother, but I do got to admit, like in my Para3, try to get it out of here without messing all this up. If I can get to it. This knife right here, I adjusted it, but I don't know if it's due to the liners, the inset liners on the regular ones versus the CRUCARTA version. It's got the full liners, as you can see, full metal liners. I don't know if it has anything I don't know. The only thing I know is that it runs a lot smoother now than it did when when I first opened it. Of course, I'll have to get it down to their adjustments to where when I'm closing it, it's not bouncing back up out of the knife. So there we go. Yeah, just got to be a little easier. Don't got to be a goddamn gorilla about it. Just do it with some common sense, I guess, Jerry. But yeah, I really like this knife when I got it, and it's CRUCARTA blade. It's the first CRUCARTA pocket knife I'd ever bought. So I kind of was upset when it wasn't running good, but Golden, Colorado, USA Earth. I like that Earth. Well, if you look, I carried this knife quite a bit and used it quite a bit. I mean, you can tell by looking at the micarta on it. You know, this ain't no safe queen. Put me a Lynch Northwest clip on her. So yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, I've probably opened it at least 10 times, and it's not like jamming up on the 11th. So that was the problem before. I would assume that they had to put a new liner in it. I don't know, but these liners do look jazzy fresh. So I'm going to assume that they, yeah, I'm assuming they put new liners in this thing. I mean, I'm looking at it now and I'm like, those look brand new. Now, they didn't tell me they were going to do. They said $20 to rebuild the knife, and you know, and I had put new screws and stuff in it, and I Loctited it and tried everything to make it adjust and maintain, but it just wouldn't, because what was happening, I'd say it'd run smooth for 10, and on that 11th one, or whatever one it was, that D pivot was moving a little bit, causing it to tighten up on itself. So, but if this is spec from the factory, smooth, then I'm going to take it, because it did not run like this one. You guys go back and watch the original video of me unboxing that knife, and you watch how hard it was to open and then to shut, and then watch me adjust it. This is a lot better than it was. 10 times better than it was. So, yeah. Hey, it is what it is. Like I told Big Red, he asked me, you know, do you got a favorite brand or this or that or blah, blah, blah. I said, no, because if you use enough of them, they're going to let you down eventually. But one that I haven't had trouble with so far is this Rosecraft company. I've got 4 of their knives in a row, and man, I've been impressed with them. Let me tell you. Andy Armstrong's got something going. Actually, you know, had heard that he designed some of those Rough Rider reserves, so Big Red was having a sale on his channel, and I said, hey, send me that damn Whittler, that swell belly Whittler. So I got that on the way. And I'm going to bring it up to Boston Blade Reviews. Well, this is pre-recorded, so I'm going to talk to him in the live chat about maybe using that as a pass-around knife or something. You know, we've not tried that yet. I do have a pass-around knife on the way from Mr. Knife Delights, Tom. Great guy. Man, that guy's top-notch. He reached out to me, wants me to do a review on an electrician knife, and it's just so happens my youngest son is going to school to be an electrician, so I told him, I was like, you want to help me review this knife? And he's like, well, we don't even use those. And I'm like, hey, you know, it is what it is. Well, you know, this is your career, so let's look at it together. You know, maybe get him on the damn channel. I don't know. He's a lot better looking kid than I am. I know that. But anyway, I did order some new stickers. So I have some of these old ones, but I'm just going to use these to pass around to people. But the new ones, I want to see what they look like. I only ordered 10 of them to kind of test them out to see what they are going to look like. But yeah, look at that. But let's just compare. God dang it, I get off track. I'm like a ADHD or something. I do have OCD, but let's just compare these two. Look at those two. Man, a couple of pocket dwellers right there, boy. And what I want to do sometime this week is put my edge on this knife, because I might even use this one as a pass around. I just don't know yet. I'm forcing myself to carry it for a month, and I've been highly, highly impressed with this. If you guys don't own one of these, head over to Blue Creek, order you one. There's plenty of discount codes out there. If you watch a Big Red EDC video and listen to it all the way through, and or even read the comments or whatever, he will explain what the discount codes are. But my dang dog and cat are over here just going crazy. That's it. Just drop your knives on each other. That's good for the blades. Well, anyway, guys, the CRUCARTA Para2 coming back after some repair work. Is running smooth. We'll see how it works, and if I need to maybe eventually have to Loctite the pivot screws or not. You know, I had to before, so because they just keep, you know, seem like all the Spydercos I've owned, like in the compression lock style like this, the pivot screws do back out eventually. So but yeah, like, subscribe, guys. Subscribe to my channel. Nah. You know, do it if you want to. If you like decent tabletop content, and I'm eventually going to be making my way outdoors. I did upload a video of me forming an axe handle, trying to get some better form onto an axe handle. So it's time for me to get outside and start really filming this stuff that I enjoy doing. I enjoy these, don't get me wrong, but man, when I can get outside and bash a bark river through some firewood, that's my kind of jam. All right, guys. Hey, stay sharp and stay strong.